Nah, that's good. Appreciate it. Keep going? Yeah. Okay. They got the same fucking setup I do as far as fucking walk shit goes.
Everyone's like, oh, you'll never get the Mustang back running. Why? Because I'm not focused on it.
All you gotta do is focus on it when you get ready.
See, I've got the money to do it, but instead, like, I'm looking at buying a house.
Yeah, there's other more important shit. Toys are cool. That's why I downsized mine. I wanted a new one. I get rid of it.
Work right now. Yeah. The hell, so like, my dad said.
Y'all have a good relationship now? Y'all have a good relationship now? Well, luckily we bought ours at kind of the looks.
So his dad passed away, and him and his two sisters, or his other sisters passed away, and now it's him, his sister, and me have that many on our house.
Okay. money for sure.
And then, like, how the mother-in-law is.
What you say, man?
So there's a little bit of chipping right here.
Yeah, I know. I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay. I was blaming you on that. Okay.
They usually, I mean, if you've rolled a few, you know, they usually gonna chip a little bit somewhere. Usually it's inside. The main thing is just trying to keep it from outside of the car. Yeah, I've had a few of these things, man. They've all mostly been rolled. And see what Brad normally would do. I don't know if he gave any pointers. He normally would like roll it right up in here real good. And he said that was normally where you contact with it. Of course, I had a little bit too big of a tire on here at one time.
Yeah, I see from like right in here too.
Yeah. You know, it's hard.
That's what I'm mainly gonna work on is like right in here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like get
Into
too
that
close
too
to that.
much. Yeah, I know. And like I said, it's only a small little piece of it that actually touch. It's just that little piece that it always gets. So a lot of people go all out and roll the whole thing. And like I've seen Brad do it before and him. Like literally, this dude will roll right here, just a little bit, and
He said that's enough.
that's it. Which I kind of figured, I'm like, I don't think it's Brad's roller, and if Brad gave me some pointers, because they get good at new edge cars, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was telling me because
All right, y'all be good.
All right, be safe, man. No, man, go ahead. Let me post pictures. They'll tag you.
Yeah, because when I was doing my box body fenders, that's when he was telling me. Like I said, he wasn't sure about the box body. He just knew about the new edge.
Yeah, he did. He was like a, like I said, literally, like right there where you're at in front, he rolled this little piece right there, and man, it was like, man, just that's all it took.
With that the guy with the Cobra that I did.
Yeah.
That last week. He
I saw that car like Cars and Coffee, I think a couple days, 2 weeks ago.
I think he did.
Yeah, it's got Robos on it.
He
I've got some 18-inch black. They're the SVE wheels, but they're just like the Robos right now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey Josh, I think it just tripped the breaker. I think it just tripped the breaker.
Good luck trying to get it back on.
Who's got your old Mustang now? You don't still have it, do you?
Yeah, I do.
You still have it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, put it back together sometime in a minute?
I've got the page set beside it. I've got the steering wheel set beside it.
What's wrong with the motor blown up?
Yeah. See, my whole thing is when I have it back together, is I want to 15 minutes. I made over 700 for the ground and both kids. So it's a lot more expensive. So I'm buying all the small stuff before I buy the full line. Because I know as soon as I buy the full line, I'll have to get it together. Did everything come back on?
This car has a whopping 470 horsepower.
Do I have to, you have a television or something unplugged?
Car has a lot of fun before it.
Oh, I know. I have a lot of fun at it. I guess it's 280. I don't know. We're gonna find out before takeover though.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna figure that out.
Man, like I said, some of my friends said, man, I stay away from that food car. I'm like, I'm gonna look at it. I looked at it, pulled up on it, and I said, oh yeah, I'm not leaving this here.
Yeah.
With it.
Best decision you ever made.
I mean, dude, this car was a long time coming for me. I wanted it for a lot of years before I was ever in it.
Yeah. It's almost like getting your first Mustang again.
Yeah, it was, because it just had that kind of effect on me because I wanted it for so long, so bad. Of course, once I owned it, it wasn't everything that I thought it was cracked up to be. You know how that is. You own something, you always think in your mind, if you love it a lot, you automatically think it's the best thing going. And then when you own it, then you figure out about all this little, you know, downfalls and
Little stuff that you don't think about.
just little stuff that's kind of made imperfect from the factory, you know what I mean? So it's just a lot of things you don't think about. When you don't own it, you just look at somebody riding and you're like, damn, that looks good. Or you hear running by, going by, you're like, damn, that sounds good. You don't know about all the little small things you get into that, well, it does this, it does that, you gotta replace this, you need to upgrade this, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, boy,
But it's still,
it's not 20 years old.
it's close. Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Actually, it is, because I think this thing was built in It's right there at it. It's right there, 20 years old.
Okay.
I got the certificate and stuff at home for it, like birthday and stuff on it. Production date or whatever it is.
Yeah. Alright, so the breaker just flipped. So we're trying to figure out how to turn it back on because I'm going to need the heat gun here in a bit. So just bear with us. That's what he said. It's just going to wait a minute.
No, this is what I'm saying. He said unplug some clothes. It's all like, okay, well, unplug the fucking steam.
I didn't think that that we had a lot of going. We only had 3 things, didn't we? But yet that light is still on. You know? No, it's not. It's plugged up. So I don't know. About to use the torch.
I think that's because that socket, I think this socket wired in
It might be. All right. About to lightly warm up.
somebody's fender.
Yeah. But I gotta ask him.
I was about to say, for me, I can't really do shit.
All right, since the heat gun is not working, do you mind if I run this across it? I know you kind of I don't want you to be like, I don't want you to do that. 'Cause
I mean, if you feel like it'll work, if not, we could run to my house like 10 minutes away and get a heat gun.
well, it's not the heat gun, it's the issue.
That's the issue.
It's the
We have
electricity.
no power.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, have you used that before?
Yeah, I used it before.
Man, if you feel like you not heated up too hot with it, you can do it. I'm cool with it. I trust you.
I got you. That's why I got one
It
hand
is
up.
a sketchy thing to do, though. you know.
Yeah.
It just is, though. You know, it just kind of is. Just kind of the nature of doing that. It's kind of sketchy.
Well, that's why I got one glove on so I can constantly feel how hot it's getting or how warm it's getting or however it is.
Yeah.
But once the power comes back on, I'm gonna use that again. But yeah, all I'm finna really do
The biggest thing is that you just, no matter what you're using, just don't put it right on the tank. If you don't do that, hold it.
yeah. Yeah, that's really hot. But yeah, I know it's kind of nerve-wracking when heat start getting involved.
Yeah, like I said, it's just it's one of those kind of things which really it needs to be done, but it's kind of it's just a ticky thing to do to it. I tried to do it a couple times and I just never really could get comfortable with, you know what I mean? Like I never could get the right feel for it to get it going, and I was like, finally after a while, you just kind of give up and like, well, maybe this ain't for me.
Yeah.
So you said you were working trying to get one of your cars ready for full takeover. Which one? Your Mach 1 swap car?
I don't know. I've been getting a lot of attention for the Fox bodies. I don't know which one. I like the Mach. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's your baby. That was like your first one that you messed with, first one that you actually learned a lot and kind of cut your teeth off.
It was my first car too. Like,
Yeah.
so it was like first of everything. And for me to just be like, oh, I ain't gonna take it to a car show. It's kind of like I feel like I'm betraying it.
Yeah. The Ford Takeover's cool too, and it's not. Ford Takeover's one of those things too where you're gonna see like some of the most beautiful cars you're ever gonna see, but you're gonna see other kind of cars that are kind of like still works in progress or done to the best that somebody can do, and they're not. They may not be the nicest, but it doesn't really matter.
Makes them happy.
Well, yeah, it makes them happy, and then it's not about who has the nicest anyway. Like it's just all about if they're having fun with it. Everybody, they do everything.
Yeah. Because that's how I am about with my car. And I know it's not perfect, but
None of them are though. I bought a brand new car not too long ago. Guess what? It's already not perfect. There's already something that's made a mark or something on it. You
How's
know?
your 5.0?
Which one?
Uh,
The new one?
yeah, the newest, the brand new one, the one that's newly built.
22.
Yeah.
It's a fun car, like just out of the box. You know, I want to do a few things to it. I want to tune it and stuff. But something, you know, it's got a full warranty and stuff. So I'm kind of like just kind of leaving my hands off of it.
Yeah.
It's an amazing car though to come out of the factory like that. It doesn't sound like a lot of horsepower, 450. Just the way the 10-speed shifts makes it feel like it's.
Oh, I drove a 10-speed version. I drove a 10-speed version of my truck.
Yeah.
And then I drove that truck, and I was like, I would have got the 10-speed if it wasn't the smoke.
Yeah.
That's what, like, it was really strong, and
Fun,
I was just like, I don't think you can get this smell out. And they were just like, yeah, we can. And I was like, no. I worked at too many dealerships. Yeah. Not bashing on people that smoke. It's just.
No, I mean I know, but you don't want it in a car that you're buying and stuff to smell like that.
Yeah. And the guy was trying to sell it to me. I was trying to buy the truck like Josh.
Yeah.
And they sold it from underneath me, so they was like trying to give me a good deal on that one. I was just like, not the same. The other one was clean. He was like, well, we got this before we got it clean. And I'm like, I just can't. I'm sorry.
You just weren't feeling it.
No.
You just weren't feeling it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not feeling it. You're not feeling it. You know if it's yours or you know if it's not.
And it was just one of those things that it was just like, sorry.
With the 22, you know, of course, the very day after I bought it, I went and had the windows tinted, and then I ordered an MBRP street exhaust for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I put that on there. Then I put some Steeda shocks and struts and some Ibot Pro Kit springs on it.
Which one did you do the wheels first? Like
Yeah, I think I did the wheel. I did the tint first.
Okay.
Then I think I did the wheels and the exhaust or vice versa.
Because when I saw the wheels, I was like, dang, I didn't know they had wheels like that.
Yeah, those are off like one of the new Celine Mustangs.
Really?
They make them 3 different colors. They make chrome ones, they make a silver, and they make that dark gray. It's called carbonite.
Yeah, nice.
When I saw the pictures of them on the white car, just like it. And the chrome ones were expensive. I might have bought the chrome ones, but they were so damn expensive. I mean, even the silver and the dark gray ones are expensive. So I was like, shit, these are right. I could have bought like any. Oh well, I'm gonna say any because there's some really expensive wheels, but I could have bought a lot of different wheels for what I paid for those.
Yeah.
I just like them, you know, a little bit on the Celine Mustang. I really wanted a Celine Mustang, and that was the biggest thing that I liked about it was the wheels. So,
Might as well get some wheels that look like them.
well, yeah, and I just felt like the Celine was just too much money I didn't want to spend. The one I bought it still cost $50,000, I mean $48,000, so
Yeah.
that's a lot of money for me. It's a lot of money for anybody, I think, really, but
It is. It is because 50,000.
yeah, it's a lot of money.
You
But I was able. I know obviously I'm not gonna have $50,000 cash to buy it outright, but I did get a super low, once in a while interest rate on it, so that really kind of made me decide to just go ahead and go for it. 'Cause I got a 1.9% interest rate on it. That's nothing. The whole finance charge on the whole car is like $2,300. That's nothing.
pretty good.
So, and then that got my note. I put some money down too, and you know, a lot of people that have those cars are paying probably $1,000 or over a month, and mine costs like
I don't know what I do, but shit's working again.
Cool. No more torch.
So I mean, basically, on the brand new car, and a lot of people probably have and pay probably $1,000 more a month for it. But I got it for, with everything and the low interest, I got it for $697 a month. What kind of car are you talking about? A brand new Mustang. Yeah, 2022. That's what I was telling. That's the reason why I really went for it and bought it, is because I caught the interest rate at like 1.9.
I'm not even gonna lie. The whole reason why I bought my car when I did is because I knew that shit was gonna get jacked up. Because I know, because like, I bought it
I bought a new Camry in 20, right before all the prices started spiking. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, 6 months down the line, I'm like, you know, when I bought this car, I was definitely. Oh, what's the one of them? I was definitely upside down on it. And about 6 months later, I could have traded that bitch in and broke even.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, this shit's stupid.
A lot of people made money like that.
It was funny to me because, like, my brother bought a car probably about a couple months after I did. And about a year down the road, I was like, you know, you should trade this bitch in because you know you're going to make like 5 to 6 grand off it, right? He was like, yeah, but at the same time, I don't feel like trying to find another one.
Well, that's how me and my girl got our cars. I got my truck and got her Camry, and all we did was trade in a Honda. I think we only owed 15 left, and they gave us 20. Or I think we owed like 10 or 11 left, and they gave us 15. I don't know. So I was like,
I was about to say, I owe 20 on my camera right now. But the good thing is the rest of my car is paid off.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
Because they were bought in cash.
That's the only one I haven't. That I owe any money. I know I didn't have the money to buy a brand new one. I know I wanted a brand new one, so I was like, well. Because I mean, I've looked at them. I've been looking at it since 2018 when it came out, 10 speed, and I was like, give me one of these ones.
You know, how soon would you?
You know the funny thing is,
you
know the funny thing is, I was thinking the same thing about the Camrys when I first saw them at the auto show back in 2018.
Yeah.
Little did I know 2 years later I was going to end up buying one.
Yeah, I know that same way I felt too. Like I can't believe now that I own the car because I wanted it for quite a while. Same thing like this one. I wanted this car for a lot of years before I finally, was able to get it. And so when I first got this car, I used to like go outside. Like if I woke up in the middle of the night, I would like go out in the garage and just look at it. I can't believe I owned one like that. I believe it was mine.
I said the same thing when I did my swap. I would just sit there and be like,
yeah. It was just funny to me when I was at the auto show. I looked at that new Toyota because I was thinking about it. And I was like, damn, Toyota trying to come up in the world with the way these cars look.
They are
And
nice.
2 years later, a friend of mine calls me when she working at Toyota. Was like, hey, trying to get rid of your car? I was like, maybe. What you trying to do? Because I was gonna get a Corolla.
Yeah.
But I was only gonna get one if they had a 6-speed.
And the new Camrys are pretty quick too, right? That hauls
They're
fast.
like for a 4-cylinder,
Right.
that
Oh,
bitch is
fast.
torquey as shit, and it actually hauls fairly good ass.
we got the V6. We got the V6, but that thing moves. I think it probably outrun my Mustang. Don't let my wife know though. That's what well,
I was mad as shit about it because I'm like, my note would have only been like $50 more, and I was like, hell, I would have just bought all-wheel drive.
Really all in that.
Because I mean, like the funny thing about it is,
Hunter getting one.
Oh yeah, no, he's supposed to be getting a TRD though.
Yeah, but he said they only make his in the front wheel drive version.
Yeah, that's how TRDs are made.
I was like, they don't make
It's
any
because
sense.
they haven't actually made an adaptation for the 6-cylinders.
Really?
That's the whole reason why the all-wheel drives only come in 4s.
That's lame.
I feel like, in all honesty, I really feel like they just took the fucking drivetrain out of the fucking RAV4 and threw the bitch in there, to be honest.
Probably.
Because I'm just like, all you really got to do is just change out the subframe bushings on it, and there you go.
You got a California special, don't you?
Yep, it's a 13. Yep, California special.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have a thing for white cars.
Me too. I mean, I had a lot of black cars. I love them too, but they just kind of the black cars got a hold for me, and I always like white cars, and I really don't want any more light colored cars like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I saw that he got that California special, I was like, ooh.
Yeah. That car, don't get me wrong, it's a nice car. It doesn't have a lot of miles on it, but you could tell people that had like tried to do a few things to it didn't do the stuff properly. So, like, it's been one thing after another. The tint was so bad on the back window, we had to pull the back window and replace it because you just could not get the tint glue off of it.
Yeah.
The roof had some kind of plastic dip or something all over that, and that car came from Texas, so it was just really like baked onto the top of the car.
How you doing? Were you able to get it off?
Man, it's actually at the paint shop getting the roof, a new spoiler, and the deck lid repainted right now. Because the wing also, it had that plastic dip all over the roof.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's been out there with an eraser wheel. He's been out there with something to take the dip off. He's been out there with everything and not able to get it off. So finally, we surrendered. We gave it to the body shop and go ahead and let them paint it. So it's in the paint shop right now, getting the roof done, the spoiler, and the deck lid. Now the deck lid would have probably been okay, but the wing, whoever put the wing on there, would all kind of be crazy, junky, glue all over it. It's like the deck lid and the roof of the car were an absolute mess once you got down to it.
That's sad.
So it's like now, the kid buys the car and everything, and it is a nice car, but it's got all this stuff that it needs, you know?
Excuse me.
That's what you gotta do.
What kind of work you do up here?
We do it all. What you trying to get done?
Say what?
We do it all. What you trying to
do
get
it
done?
all?
Yeah.
Okay then.
It's a one-stop custom shop.
Oh, okay. Cool,
Yeah, we
cool.
do
Y'all
tint.
detail and everything?
Detail, tint, wrap. We're doing custom fender work right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, keep that in mind then.
You need a card?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get your card real quick.
I saw this detail work in my residential man so. Okay. How's it going, man?
Good, how you doing, man?
All right.
Cutting grass? Cutting grass?
Yeah.
You have a lot of it to cut right now.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A whole lot. Got 3 yards cut.
Shit, that's good.
So,
Get that money.
yeah.
It's the time of year for it, for good.
Try to get it in best you can, you know, hey.
Yep.
Cause that rain, you know, it,
Oh, the rain kills it, man.
every time.
Yep.
I so need a good detail person, so.
Oh, man, do some awesome work in there.
Yeah. I ain't realized they were here or the lawn repair, you know. I was like, you try them out and see it.
Yeah, I know.
They were both quick, so I was like,
They've been here for a little while now, and they do a lot of like, tint, wrap,
yeah.
ceramic coating, paint correction, like full details, smaller details, like they do a little bit of everything.
For real?
I think my guy in there right now is doing like interior detail on that truck.
Yeah.
Josh is doing a paint correction, the ceramic coating on that black Cutlass in there. They got a couple of wraps lined up. They do tint regularly. That's my Cobra right here. Keep rolling the fenders on it.
Okay.
So they do a little bit of everything, man. And they all do different stuff, so they all kind of good at what they do. So they keep a lot of stuff going on.
Ran out of cars. Okay.
You have
Yeah.
you got Facebook or anything?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You can go on the Facebook page, and I can show you the Facebook page.
Okay.
So you got multiple ones. There's 3 countries in one.
Oh, okay.
So this is mine.
Okay.
This is the one I'm doing right here. You said you want detail? This is ours right here. Detail and stuff like that. And we also do tint and wrap.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so like the original lab myself.
Okay.
Got a kid stated in 2017. How much of that?
Now, I don't do the
Oh, yeah, okay, I found out.
This is the wrap page.
Okay, that's wrap. Okay. Cool. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All
All
right.
right.
Appreciate it. All right, bro.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Be safe out here, all right?
Okay.
That's all good.
Yeah, they say it's at the paint shop right now.
Yep. It should be coming along and be looking a lot better when that's done.
They probably got, well, they do have to repaint.
Yeah, man, it was terrible. Like, I mean, the kid been out there working on it with an eraser wheel, trying to get it off, and he just did not come off.
Yeah.
This shit, like I said, it's just like everything that somebody did to the car.
I hate that.
They just didn't like everything they mess with. It's just like he's having to go back and fix it.
I hate that for him because it's like, you know, when you first get a car, you don't
Well,
want
then now he's got a note on it. He dropped a bunch of money down on it.
Exactly.
He overpaid for the car too because you're financing at a lot. So you know that kind of comes along with it. Like when we bought them on the same day, and I told him, I said, man, you don't have to buy this car if you don't want to. There's other ones out there. He's like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get this right here. It's easy to get. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's your decision, but you can always look around and find something else.
Would you have bought it?
Huh?
Would you have bought it?
I almost was gonna buy it myself, and you know, I wanted to go for a new one instead because I'd already had a 13, and you know, I
Well,
kept
Shelley
talking.
still got hers, don't
Yeah, she has an 11.
Oh, 11.
But I would, you know, I kept talking to Shelly about it. And Shelly just wasn't seeming too thrilled with the idea of me buying another 13 or 14 or 11 as well, which I wanted 13 or 14.
Because you had a black
Because
one.
I had a black one and then she has her white one.
Yeah.
So of course she just wasn't real thrilled with the idea. So I was like, okay, so she kept pointing me at new ones. And then I just kept looking at the new ones. And I drove probably, in the last few years, I've test drove several 10-speed cars, and I've drove friends of my cars. I knew I was going to get one, it just was a matter of time when. And she kind of was like, look at these, and just kind of kept pushing me toward the new ones. I was like, you know, and then once the interest rate popped up and stuff, it was just like,
It was just like,
here's
okay,
your time. Like,
Yeah.
take your chance or pay more later if you still want to buy one, because the finance rate alone is a big killer of how much money you're going to pay in the long run.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what my wife did with me with my truck, because that's the first thing I ever bought from the dealership besides like my Mustang.
Yeah.
But that was the first thing I ever bought for like myself. And she was like, just go ahead and do it. And I'm like, I'm okay with like a 99 or, you know, like an old school, make it look like the Lightning. I'm okay. And she was just like, no, go ahead and get what you want. And I said, well, this truck is nice. And that's what did it. That's when she was like, all right, get it.
Yeah.
Like,
That Shelly pretty much told me when I was looking, and I was like kind of, well, you know, me and her was at a point where we've been working things out, and like I was at a point in our relationship where we were a lot better than we were.
Yeah.
You know, not long ago. Things working towards the better. And you know, with all that being said, the last thing I want to do, I didn't want to like do anything that was gonna piss her off that she wasn't gonna approve of. We just kept talking about it. She knows that I wanted one, and she was supportive like she always is. And she basically told me, she said, well, when I told her about the interest rate and I was approved, she said, well, go big or go home. Like, sure.
like, because I will go big.
Yeah, I mean, I've been known to go big a couple of times, so like, I will do it. Again, I don't want to interrupt anything. I don't want to disrupt what we had going on. I don't want to halt any progress that we had made. You know what I'm saying? Or backpedal. Because like I said, you know how it is. Sometimes relationships go through rocky points sometimes. You know, when you're trying to make things better, you don't want to go and be like, hey, well, you told me you didn't like this, but hey, let me buy a brand new one. You know, like I don't want to.
Yeah.
But, I mean, on the other hand, I agree that I promised myself and I promised her and us that I would, when it was time to buy a new car, that I'd go ahead and sell a couple of the old ones. So I would downsize. I had 5 toy cars at the time. Box Chevy, Fox Body, my Fox Body hatchback, the Box Chevy Vis, my Lightning,
You
and the Marauder. I sold the Marauder too. I sold the Marauder, the other yellow Cobra back in the fall.
Yeah.
And then I recently sold the Fox Body and the Box Chevy.
I didn't know you sold it to TJ, the box Chevy.
Yeah, he had been wanting it, and we talked about it for a little while. You know, he's my close friend. He's like my little brother, kind of.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought he went MIA on everybody.
He been kind of laying low.
Yeah,
I mean, me and him have kept in touch. He lives close to me.
Oh, but that's why.
Yeah, we've kept in touch, you know, through everything. But he did tell me that he just kind of
It just been hitting his
just
eye.
kind of laying low and chilling out.
Yeah. Cause I was surprised when he posted that video. I was like, what the? Cause
He's loving it though, man.
oh yeah, I know.
He got big plans for it too, you know. I think You'll probably see a turbo LS in there here before too long. And all that good stuff. I'm glad. I mean,
You saw the Cutlass in there, man.
yeah, I love the Cutlass too. I'm so over black paint. Like when the paint's black, I'm like, oh. That's a beautiful car though. Definitely a beautiful car.
That's my first black vehicle
Yeah.
ever. And I'm kind of like, looks
Man.
good when it's clean.
It looks great when it's clean. There's no other car that looks better when it's
Oh, white, but that, you know,
a
that's one of
black
those.
car when it's clean and shiny and sleek and dry, no water spots and no.
That's the big thing.
It's set. Oh, I know. And I used to question my sanity because I own a Marauder, I own a couple of Mustangs, black at the same time. I had an Expedition on 2611 black.
I remember now.
And nothing looks like a black car when it's clean and nice and sexy. But man, it's a pain in the ass. And then it's like, with a black car, you're like, oh, I'm just going to wipe this off. And then you go wipe it, and then you're like, shit, look at the swirls all over.
Yep. And then you
Yeah.
can't do anything else about it.
Nope, once it's there, it like, needs paint correction again. Yep.
So how does that feel?
As I'm saying, has it made some room?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You're still working kind of your way down here. Which you can tell, like, it kind of been a little bit here. Yeah, man.
Did you want me to go past this point that they
No.
stopped at, or you want me?
Nah, I think you should be okay. Like I said, it's normally, honestly, it's normally like here to here.
Mm-hmm.
Where that really, really counts.
Okay.
Which that actually, that is a 235, I'm sorry, 335/30 tire.
I was about to say 230.
No, it's a 335/30, I'm sorry. Yeah, 335/30.
I ain't
I like
right.
those big tires on it.
Yeah.
I don't like my car slammed either. Like this one's got some lowering springs on it, but it's not super low.
That's how I like my Mustang. Everybody keeps telling me slam it.
I don't like it. Like me personally, I like to have. The roads are shitty. I hate riding around on the smallest possible tires. I need some meat underneath there, so when I'm hitting a bump, it's not knocking the car loose.
Yeah.
You put the little bitty tires on there, and just to me, it just takes away from the ride. It's getting old too, man. Like I'm starting to see that. Remember older guys telling you when you were younger all the time? You get older, you ain't worry about all that. You want what's comfortable. You all remember old guys telling you that?
I remember.
I'm getting there.
I'm getting there too. And I'm only 27.
I'm 43, and I'm like, I'm all about the comfort now, and like, that's why I'm like, how many cars got a warranty?
I would
I'm
rather.
not doing anything crazy, even though I want to throw a tune on it so bad and some long tubes, just because I know it'll
straight. It'll
Oh,
go.
definitely. But the cool thing about the way they offer in the factory with that one anyway, it's got different modes, so you can go like sport mode or sport plus mode, and it totally like changes the way it shifts and drives, really. So I mean, it's kind of not totally the same thing as a tune, but it does make the car drive more aggressive and it makes it more fun. I think it just Josh up on some of the chemicals that you use for carpet cleaning. That'll probably help you guys. Hey, what do y'all use like when y'all clean the carpets and stuff in cars? What do y'all use? What do y'all do?
It
Y'all
really
y'all
depends on what-
pre-treat everything first, like mist it down with the pre-treatment or anything?
It depends on the color of the interior. That's how we doing. Like right now, we starting it off with a little bit of awesome and water,
Yeah.
and then we start going back with there's something in there that he got. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, it depends on what he's using.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can hook y'all up on something, the stuff that we use that he probably would like. They like have like the pre-spray and the detergent rinse that you put in the water for the machine.
Oh yeah.
Like they have a chemical reaction to each other, so you like pre-treat it with the pre-spray, and then you kind of agitate it in, and you come back. Once you do that, then you come back and you hit it with the solution rinse, and it's like there's a chemical reaction between the two that like really will pull a lot of that nasty shit out of there. But man, he looks like he's doing badass work already though.
That chemical you were talking about, that's something that we could probably put in the steam.
Yeah, you can actually mix it. Like I said, the pre-spray is what you put on, like the awesome that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what you got. That's what you're gonna put on as like a pre-spray. Which, like I said, there are specific carpet and upholstery pre-sprays that actually might work better. And then you mix your water and then the detergent rinse, which goes in the water that you put in the machine. And then you come back and once you've pre-sprayed it and agitated, then you come back with the machine and and then come back once you kind of run over with the water stream, then you come back and dry it. Just the same thing you guys are doing, just different products pretty much. And they're specifically for that, so it actually might work a little bit more efficiently and make it not have to work as hard because, like I said, there's a chemical reaction between the two. Man, I learned once I went on my own for carbon cleaning, I learned that a lot more about the chemistry than I used to know working with somebody else. What do you think? I mean, like compared to that Cobra you just said, about the same?
Yeah, it's about the same. And he said he enjoyed his. He's I think he said he put what are these 26 or 27s?
These are, as far as the diameter, I don't know. Let's look. It's a 335/30. Let's see what I can find. Look at
Because
the
I
power
heard he
cut.
went 26s afterwards.
I can tell, I can put the size in and it'll tell you what the overall diameter of the tire is. So do you not work at the dealership anymore?
No, I
Just doing this full time?
Well, no, I'm not doing this full time. I got a little part time job that I'm doing. Right now, I'm at my in-laws machine shop.
I got you.
I was trying to figure out how to say because I was going to say my grandparents, but they're not like my blood grandparents.
Yeah.
But you know, they're
But you know, blood don't make you family, but
yeah.
this will be a 25.9-inch tall tire.
Okay, so yeah, you should be really good then, especially since you put 26 tire.
Yeah, this is 25/9, 25.9 inches diameter tire. That's what this would be. And of course, that's when it's brand new too and it's full tread. So it's still pretty full tread, but it's not brand new at this point. So it might be just like a little bit shorter than that. No taller than 25.9.
You should be good now. Because this is exactly what I did with the black one.
Like I said, when I used to see Brad do it, it looked like he would do very minimal and it would not rub any more ever. And I'm like, he just knew what he was doing. And that's why I was trying to get him to do it. And he doesn't mind doing it. It's just that now he has a whole different, busier role in his job. And of course, he bought, some land and stuff out in the country, so he's been working on that a lot. And I want
I've
to
been
say
meaning to ask him about
I
that.
think the last I talked to him, I think Tiffany had been having some health issues or something going on too. So I can't remember because me and Shelly were talking about it yesterday, and I said, did we not talk to Brad or something a while back? Or we talked about it, and Tiffany had some kind of health problems or issues going on or something. So the dude just had the dude's place been pretty man. Again, he would have rolled my stuff on me for free if he had the time, but he just didn't have the time,
Yeah.
He has rolled my shit for free. He came over to my house like 2 or 3 times and like worked on my shit right there in the driveway and didn't even charge us anything.
I hate that for his wife, though.
He's just a nice guy, man. Brad's a cool dude. Before I met Brad, I used to just see him on Facebook, like, getting on folks' ass. And I used to be like, before I met him, I was like,
now I see where you be at all the time.
Oh! Well, hello!
when I first see him, I used to be like, hey, this dude's like an asshole to people.
Yeah.
He they're getting on folks' ass.
I think
Don't let you not know about it. Hey, don't let you know something wrong about a Cobra. He's gonna light your ass up. You better not say nothing wrong about it.
I think I might actually.
Have one of your emblems or something on backwards, or like make a mistake about your Cobra. He's getting on your ass.
Didn't you do that to David at one point?
Yeah.
Because he had that black one. He had that Cobra.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It had green wheels on it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep. Yeah, he had the.
Cody said, "Man, I didn't even take the car outside when they had green wheels on it. He said I couldn't even drive." And I was like,
That's how he was, though.
Cody, I talk to Cody pretty regular. We're on talking Facebook some all the time.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I talked to
Rainwater.
well, both of them really.
Yeah.
Because I've been kind of really just doing my own thing here. Been trying to start something new. Trying to be like you and be a business owner.
Man, just looking back at it, I was so scared of something else about it when I started, but I already really was probably more established than I realized. It just kind of went. And it didn't solve just the thing still get nervous sometimes. But for the most part, it just kind of goes up and down a little roller coaster. It's just flowing sometimes, it just ain't flowing sometimes. And it's just gotta save for a rainy day and just keep grinding. Just remember, man, just because it didn't go good today, don't mean tomorrow ain't a different day to get back after it. And sometimes, you know, really when the slow times come, you know, if you have to save for a rainy day, it's nice to have a little break once in a while too. So.
See, I'm at that point where it seems like I'm getting forced to do this, if that makes sense.
Like you're staying so busy where you always got something going on extra?
No, it's more or less like, you know, I can start to see that me working for somebody else is not working out. Yeah. And it's like, my grandma always told me that she always saw me as an entrepreneur and a business owner, and I just never saw that.
Yeah, well, you never just maybe, like with me, I didn't really feel like I had the courage. Like I guess I doubted myself, and I really didn't feel like back then that I could. But like looking back now, like I'll tell you now that there's not much that intimidates me. There's not much you can tell me now that I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
Now if you tell me I can't do it, it might be just give me a little while, let me think about it, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
To where before I was lacking that confidence, where I felt that I was, you know, I felt that I was stable enough to make it happen. You know what I mean?
What's up, nephew?
How you doing?
I'm all right, man.
But like looking back at it now, really it was probably the best decision of my life.
I thought that was your truck over. I'm like,
I thought that was your truck when it was pulling up. Like, what you doing?
truck that is?
Dropping off your lawnmower?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is my little side gig right now.
Yo, come on, man. I know the hustle. I know the hustle.
Name of the game, right?
If you can't do it with one, you got to do it with two. You all right, though? No, I'm going back to work. You know how we do things in my job, man. Come on now.
All right. Tell
Hey.
Stephanie I said, hey.
I will, man.
I was like compare what that one feels like. Yeah, it's like I said, it's weird because when you hear Fenders roll, you think it's like a lot of movement, a lot of bending, but it really, when you get it done to where it works, it really ain't that much bending at all. It's just kind of getting it moving a little bit.
Once you start kind of, because the key thing is, since it's such a flat surface area right here, like that really hard, like almost an inch thick. Once you start curving that, that's when it's like, oh, okay. And that's all you really need.
That's when it's just easy to continue on and get it done.
Very nice Terminator. Very clean. Zinc yellow, 2003. What'd you say? How many miles on it?
I think it has about 106 or 107 now.
Very clean car.
This car basically, it's not anything major. It makes about 470 at the wheels. It basically has upper pulley, some long tubes, full exhaust, booster pump, throttle body, plenum, nothing crazy. But it's a good, fun, reliable car. I've driven this thing wherever. It's a blast on the highway. It's a blast from a dig. Again, you're not winning every race you come up against in it, but it's still a lot of fun.
It's an iconic car.
It's an iconic car. Like, it's just a legend. It still rides down the road today, even with like brand new Hellcats and brand new whatever, the latest and greatest. It just gets a lot of thumbs up. Or people just come up to you at the gas station. They're like, Terminator. It just still holds its mark all these years later. In the Terminator community, the yellow gets a lot of hate. Like when people are in search of one to buy, they always say no yellow. I mean, in my opinion though, every car can't wear yellow.
Especially with zinc yellow. Like I can see a lot of people like, no, screaming yellow is better, but it's like zinc yellow is pretty straight too.
This one is, for zinc yellow, is actually really nice condition.
On the camera, it looks
on
like.
it, but to me, it looks like it's either just been really, really well kept or it's been painted on.
Would you consider, let's say that heater be zinc yellow or not zinc yellow, screaming yellow, kind of close to it?
Yeah, it's a little darker.
Yeah, a little too dark.
Yeah.
But like
It's
just
gonna be
comparing
different
it.
color yellows, but zinc yellow gets a lot of hate though.
Yep.
So many people just don't like it, and to be honest, when I was looking for one of these cars, color, it didn't matter. I just wanted one of the cars.
But it's nice though. It's really nice.
Yeah. like I said, it's in nice shape for the color it is.
I'm
The
at-
color doesn't always hold up the best when it's left outside and not taken care of. So this one, the B zinc yellow, like I don't really think unless you had a brand new one, it doesn't get much better with that color.
You gonna have to take me a ride for it.
Check the way.
Nick Strong.
You're not missing anything crazy though.
Mustangs in Mid-South.
My baby though, man.
Are you bringing
Now
you?
about 3 years.
Yeah. Are you bringing? You're not bringing this to Ford Takeover. You bringing your 5.0s, right?
I've taken it for the last couple of years, and I've done the big cruise that they have before they take over. But I think I'm gonna bring my new car this year, my 2022.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I'll bring
Especially the
my-
wheels in person. I really want to see that in
It's
person.
got a not really nice stance on it. It really surprised me. Like just doing a couple things to it made it have just the perfect stance. And really, when you go down the road, it doesn't even rub, and you're like, how does it not rub? I guess just the way the new cars are made, the way everything just kind of, I don't know. For whatever reason, it didn't rub much. It looks like it would. It kind of surprised me because I was like, man, ain't no way this thing ain't working.